Family budgets are getting tighter and tighter. We know it's frustrating because prices for just about everything seem to keep going up. But there are some ways to save at the grocery store if you rethink your strategy before you head out to shop. Here's how. All right, Carrie Taylor, you are a registered dietitian. We're here at Big Y, and you're telling me that saving money at the grocery store is as easy as 1, 2, 3. How do we do it?
Yeah, absolutely. Pre-planning, making sure you know what your needs are, and taking advantage of sales.
All right, let's do it. All right, Carrie, we're here in the meat department. Why are we starting here?
Well, when it comes to savings, your protein foods are really the first thing to look at because we tend to overeat protein. And so if you learn what your needs are with My Plate, you'll learn that you may only need 5 to 7 ounces a day, which will help you realize how much of this chicken you actually need to be eating and how many family members or meals you can spread it out to.
So you really don't need to be eating as much as you think you are?
Most likely not.
All right, well, as a result, we might lose a few pounds as well.
Absolutely.
All right, Carrie, you said step 2 is planning makes better. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so before you get to the store, you want to make a plan, and when you're putting that plan together, make sure you're not hungry. Because when you're hungry, you're going to add even more items to that list, so have a little snack.
Absolutely, those impulse buys if you're feeling not hunger.
Absolutely, and then think about what meals you want to make. Some people use Ad Circular to do that to save money, or they even just say, well, what can I do with the leftovers, and make the most meals out of one meal.
And the third step brings us to the cereal aisle. The third step, you've said, is keep it simple. What do you mean by that, Carrie?
So don't overthink it, and one great way of doing that is shopping private label or store brands, because oftentimes it could be the same manufacturer, different box, but nutritionally speaking and quality, they're equivalent. They're just a lot more affordable when you're not having a brand name behind it because you're not putting as much marketing behind that brand.
And that could save you a lot.
It could, and the cereal aisle is a really good example of that.
Another way you say not to overthink it is to vary your vegetables. Change it up. Don't be afraid to do that.
That's right. So whether it's fresh, frozen, canned, or dried, really focus on how much money do I have this week? Which one's more affordable? What kind of recipe am I making?
Because the prices really vary, right?
It can vary. So if you get something that's pre-rinsed and just ready to go, that's fresh, that could cost considerably more than if you're going to frozen and just using a little bit in your recipe.
And also we have cans.
We do have cans. Canned goods tend to get a bad rap, and they really shouldn't. Nutritionally, they are equivalent, but when you look at the price, they will save you so much money in the end.